Jai Shri Ram. Thank you for staying connected with Cryptic Blessings. Last month we were reading Canto 6 and 7 of Valmiki Ramayan. And if you would have noticed, these cantos not only burst some popular myths around our past civilizations, but also share some interesting insights about the society, culture, and governance in that Kalkhand. Sixth canto, or the Shashtam Sarg of the Balkand, talks about the controversial caste system. But have you noticed there is not a single shlok in the Sarg that describes it as a system of discrimination? First of all, caste is not even an Indian word. It is derived from the Portuguese word casta, which means race, lineage, or breed, something that you get by birth. It is also interchangeably used with the Hindi word jati, jativad. But there is no caste or jati mentioned in the Sanskrit shlokas of Ramayana. The closest word to caste that you will find in Ramayana is kul or vansh, which means dynasty. रघुकुल रीति सदा चली आई प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए. Raghukul or Raghuvansh. Raghu was the king of Ikshvaku dynasty and he was also the great grandfather of Raja Ram. Therefore, Sri Ram is also referred as Raghuvanshi Raja Ram, Ikshvaku Kulam Raja Ram. So, Kul or caste is something that you derive by birth, and in addition to that, Ramayana talks about 4 Varnas or the classification of people. Let's find out what Valmiki ji has written about it in the original text. So, Shlok 17 and 19 of Canto 6, they talk about Varna, or what we today call the caste system for the lack of better words. Now, before I move forward, let me confess that I also use this word caste once in the Canto 6 and we will rectify it going forward. So, if you haven't seen that video, I'll post the link in the description. When you listen to that canto, you will figure out that the Varna system in Ayodhya has nothing to do with the social hierarchy. Instead, it was a meticulously structured system that ensured that every aspect and section of the society is equally represented and it functions smoothly. It talks about Swadharma Niritaha, that everyone in the society is performing their assigned duty. The Brahmins, they had the duty to provide knowledge and guidance. Kshatriyas were the warrior class and they also ensured the implementation of the laws, policies, security and the foreign alliances. Kshatram Brahma Mukham. That means Kshatriyas would turn to Brahmins for the religious and intellectual support. Vaishyaha Kshatram Anuvartaha, which means that Vaishyavan, which was the business community contributing to the economic growth, they used to follow the Kshatriyas because the state economy and the related decisions are very much dependent on the rulership. Shudraha Trinvarnan Upcharinaha. That means the Shudravan assisted the other 3 classes and they formed the backbone of the economy by providing the ancillary services to these 3 Varnas. Now think of it in terms of our country's governance. There is an intellectual and academic community of scholars, researchers and scientists. These people provide knowledge, expertise and guidance in shaping the policies and laws. Then we have armed forces, police and government officials who are responsible for the enforcement of these policies, security, governance. They ensure the implementation of laws and policies as well as the security and protection of the nation. This is a section of people that you can think of the Kshatriya Varna. Now the Vaishyavan is a business and economic community including entrepreneurs, traders and industrialists. They drive the economic growth, create jobs and contribute to the country's prosperity. And then we have the labor force or the working class that forms the backbone of the economy, supporting infrastructure, supply chain and essential services. So the Varna system in Ramayana is not shown as a structure to divide the society. Instead, it's a classification and specialization of different roles and responsibilities which are essential for the smooth functioning of a kingdom. Specialization is important because it improves productivity. Even today's corporate structure follows it. There is a CXO office that makes a vision, strategy and policies based on data analysis and the market trends. Then there is middle management to implement these policies. We have R&D workforce to build the products which are aligned with these strategical initiatives. There are specialized marketing, sales, and finance departments who focus on the business economy. And then comes other operational roles which are equally important for the smooth running of any organization, be it HR department, IT and infrastructure, finance department, security, facilities, even the cafeteria service where the employees go and eat. These are all ancillary functions, and usually there is a specialized department for each of this. And this is the same classification and specialization that Ramayana is also talking about thousands of years ago. There is not a single shlok in these cantos that suggests a discrimination based on the caste system. Instead, it talks about diversity and specialization of skill sets, roles, and responsibilities. It promotes a concept of an equal society where everyone has right to education. Every single person of Ayodhya had the knowledge of Ved and Vedanta. Everyone performs yagya, no discrimination. Every household is prosperous as well. Regardless of which class someone belongs to, everyone is well groomed, well dressed, well mannered, well behaved. As per this canto, everyone is doing well, and you'll find every single person wearing jewelry as well, like headgear, necklace, armlets. Everyone is wearing it. Now, if tomorrow someone tells you that the Ramayana promotes casteism, tell them that there is no four caste system mentioned in Ramayana. Yes, there are four varnas, but they are the classification of roles and responsibilities and the specialization that we even today follow in our corporate culture. Yes, there are role classifications, and it's logical. You cannot be jack of all the trades. In fact, in Canto 7, when we look at the ministry of Ayodhya, it's not just the Kshatriyas who are sitting there as the board members. It comprises of Brahmins and even the Brahm Rishis who are counselors to the king. So there is a representation from the multiple sections of the society to ensure an efficient administration. And one interesting point to note here is that since the time of Ramayana, we had ministers in Ayodhya wearing saffron clothes. Canto 7 also mentions something illogical, that the ministers of Ayodhya knew past, present, and future. How is it even humanly possible? And the canto explains how. No magic or supernatural powers being discussed here. It mentions that the ministers had their secret agents and spies all around, and they gave them all the relevant information. And that is how these ministers logically knew what is happening in a particular kingdom, what happened there in the past, and based on the trends, they can very well predict what will happen there in the future. So when you read Valmiki Ramayana, you will find out that when it talks about the powers of these ministers, it's backed by a logical reasoning. When you read each verse of Ramayana, you will find that Ayodhya is described more than just a city. It was a testament to the ideals of equality, respect, harmony, and efficient governance. It serves as an inspiration that we should strive for a society where everyone is treated with equality and dignity, diversity and inclusion in its true sense. That's it for today. We have already started the story of Ashwamedh Yagya, and we will continue the same in the Canto 10 next Tuesday. Till then, stay blessed, stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and do comment. Jai Siya Ram. Har Har Mahadev.